welcome to this vlog. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna take you on my journey through the month of May. When I traveled, I moved as much as I could because we could. We just could. The way lockdown worked in France is that one of those mentions this year was that we couldn't move away by 10 kilometers away from the house, except if you had some kind of professional training or medical emergencies, but otherwise you were supposed to stay within a 10-kilometer radius of your house. And I've got to say it, I love moving, not for the sake of going someplace, but for being in movement. It really helps my emotional well-being, my mental well-being. It refreshes me, it changes the way I see the world. It puts perspective and distance between where I live, where my life is at, and the very expansive world. And traveling is something that I do a lot, and I don't need to go far away. Like this is within France, for example. When I lived in Turkey, it would be just taking a boat and crossing on this public transport, crossing the Marmara Sea and going the other side, and doing that every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, in order to put distance, refresh, and feel alive again. So when we have those lockdowns, I hadn't moved away from Paris since the end of November, when I had the second lockdown in Bordeaux, south of France. So this is the first time in 7 months that I move, and it changed everything. It really did. I started having health issues in March and April, and I got the help I needed, but that movement, that ability to move, not being constrained to something, has really given me perspectives and has recharged my batteries. It has allowed me to consider what I'll be doing this summer and kind of have this outlook on life that changes everything. So we're back in Paris after a weekend away with friends. We were in nature. I had a really good time, just a really good social and natural time. And let me take you a little bit through Paris as it starts to open up. And this is the cemetery of Montmartre, which is so accessible through that bridge. I just love how it looks. I take this route every week. This is what connects me to the center of the city and where I live in Paris, which is a bit away from the main touristical place, although, you know, Montmartre is a touristical place as well. And I have a peek at the very present industrial tower of Eiffel. What we also had is the reopening of cafes, just the outside for the time being, but to have that open, to see people meeting one another, it changes everything. And I try to find that quote that I read a few weeks ago and I couldn't find it anymore, but it was basically saying the soul of cities are found within the cafes. So let me take you through a train this time while I go to visit family in the south, just by the sea. And yeah, I've been reading The Shadow and Bone and all the Grishaverse books by Liba Drugo. It was amazing. It made me read, you know, a lot, like 2 books a weekend, and that was a very beautiful time. I fell in love with the characters, with the emotions, with the world, with the exchanges. And yeah, if you're into fantasy, get into it. Yeah, get into it. It was so nice. So I wanted to talk about the energy of travel, just because I'm a Sagittarius. Many things I told you I love to move. It really helps me, and maybe it could help you. I don't know how you feel about moving. We considered the moving during the holidays, right? Going to other countries, but we've been stopped from that. And I would really like to encourage you to maybe try travels that don't emit a lot of CO2 within the atmosphere, and just trying the public transports or something that services many people at once, and see the impacts of what this could be doing on you. When you get out of cities, you find nature, you meet with different trees, different food, different temperatures, and you get to discover what's around, what's underneath your city, what is in the north, in the south, in the east, and the west. So yeah, I really encourage you to try that, and let me know in the comments, what are your habits with traveling? How do you do your traveling? Do you do it alone? Do you do it with people? I've been traveling alone for a very long time. Not this time I was with family, but I started traveling on my own when I was 20, and it led me to travel further and deeper, and that's how I moved to Turkey on my own and lived there for 5 years and met a whole different world, and created a really, really great life for me, and met amazing people, amazing friends. And I really encourage you to, if you could, travel alone, and if you could find places where it's safe. I'm a woman, for example. Traveling alone doesn't mean the same as traveling alone as a man. So considering places which are maybe easier, where you, for example, speak the language if you speak English, or places where they would speak a language that you would be exchanging, conversing with, and maybe trying little trips. You don't have to go away for such a long time. Maybe just a weekend in a European city if you are around this area of the world, or anywhere, just trying things where people know where you're going to be. You will know where to turn to in case you have a problem. For example, in Europe, we have a card that helps us when you're part of the EU, and that card helps you in case you have a health scare or any accident or anything, and that card is going to show that to the other hospitals and help you get everything that you might need in case of a problem. So getting practically ready for the travel, so that you can rest, you can be sure that whatever happens, you have a backup plan, and you can really have the adventures that you need, that you want to have, that life can offer to you. And yeah, I'm all that Virgo rising. I enjoy having everything ready, and I just really miss that scene. I'm watching the video as I'm speaking, and oh god, I miss the sunset like that. So what are you doing for summer? Or, if you're in the southern hemisphere, what are you doing for winter? What are you going to do during the month of July and August? Where are you going? Let me know in the comments. I'm still figuring out what I'll be doing. I know that in July I'll be going south again for a wedding, for friends, for the feast of Mary Magdalene. And in August I have some exciting plans. I don't know yet if I'm going to talk about it now, but I'll definitely be showing you where I go. And okay, you can already sense that I'm smiling from the inside with my voice, but yeah, I'm excited. I've been missing the moving, the traveling, the experiences, but mostly I've been missing the social contact. The social contact with, being social with plants, seeing the sunrise, seeing the sunset, being social with cats, or not. French cats, right? And social with people, obviously. Social with cultures, with history, with civilizations. Yeah, I miss that. Alright, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. And I'll just leave you with the images and a bit of music, and I'll see you soon. Bye.